Welcome all, the Bhagavad Gita. Here I'm going to talk about the Dhyana Yoga or Yoga of meditation, wherein Krishna explains the importance of me time. He tells Arjun that walking away from the battlefield makes you a sannyasi, a monk, on the same level as those who have walked away from worldly pleasures. But I say to you, my friend, shunning the action you are supposed to do does not make you a monk. A true sannyasi is one who fulfills his responsibilities without craving for rewards, without fearing punishment. And of course, that this kind of a state of mind is not easy to achieve. But believe it or not, there are simple practical steps to start off on that journey, which anyone can follow. There he goes again, thought Arjun, shaking his head in admiration, breaking down a complex task into a series of logical, sequential actions. Krishna continues, getting to monkhood by doing the work you're meant to do in a disciplined, detached fashion is karma yoga or the yoga of action. Then getting to wisdom through quiet contemplation and scholarly study is jnana yoga or the yoga of knowledge. A third kind of yoga is dhyana yoga, the yoga of meditation, which can be practiced both by the karma yogis, the doers, and the jnana yogis, the thinkers. Arjun was very curious now. That was interesting, and that there was a yoga that straddled both the thinker zone and the doer zone. Interesting, because he wasn't quite sure in which zone he was at the moment. Krishna insisted he was a doer, but the thinker route sounded so much more appealing just now. Here are the basic steps of the yoga of meditation, said Krishna. First, the yogi, the person doing the yoga, must try to empty his mind of all thought to rein in his senses. Second, it is important for him to be alone, away from people and other distractions, so that he is able to focus better on the task at hand. Third, for his meditation, he should find a clean, quiet place and a firm, flat seat at a comfortable height, which he must cover with sacred grass, a deer skin, and a clean cloth. Number 4, holding his body, neck, and head erect and still, he should focus his gaze on the tip of his nose and not look anywhere else. Fifth, then, serene and fearless, his mind and senses under control, he should concentrate single-mindedly on his innermost soul, on me. Number 6, this he should do not once, not twice, but over and over again, regularly, with fierce determination, without slacking, even though it be difficult. For it is only through relentless practice, through doing something over and over again, that one learns to do that thing well. Remember, Parth, that if yoga has to work, the yogi has to take care of his body well. Yoga is neither for him who eats too much, nor for him who eats too little. Neither for him who sleeps too much, nor for him who sleeps too little, but the man who does everything in moderation, who is moderate in his eating, moderate in his activities, moderate in recreation, moderate in both sleep and wakefulness, he will find that the yoga of meditation will take away his unhappiness and give him the joy he's seeking. So you do understand, Kanteya, that it will not happen all at once. But if the yogi is regular and disciplined about his yoga, he cannot help but gain little by little the tranquility he desires. Of course, his mind will wander away from time to time. That is its nature, but he should pull it back, restrain it each time, and not be lazy. Arjun smiled wryly. That was easier said than done. Through the practice of yoga, the yogi becomes like a lamp in a windless place, Krishna continued, whose flame does not flicker but burns bright and tall and true. His senses, which he has disciplined, stop scattering at the slightest provocation. His mind, which he has learnt to control, does not flit restlessly from one thought to another, but stays calm and still. Only when the mind is still, Partha, and the passions are at rest, can the yogi experience the infinite joy that lives within him, the great happiness that is beyond the reach of his senses but always within reach of his heart. The greatest sorrow will not touch him once he has experienced this joy. No other reward will he ever desire. When this has been achieved, the scales fall away from his eyes. The chains that bind him to the world drop behind him, and he sees the world as it really is. In everything around him, he sees a bit of himself, and in himself, he sees a bit of everything around him. In the clear light of wisdom, he is able to look beyond the differences on the outside to the sameness on the inside. He sees that he is one with the world, equal to every other creature, no different from any of them. It seemed incredible, thought Arjun, that a man could reach such a state of peace and stillness. His own mind at the moment was tossing about like a rowboat in a stormy sea. So you see, and you might expect, Arjun, this perfect yogi also sees in me everything and everything in me. I am always within his sights. I am never lost to him. And he, therefore, is never lost to me. Thank you so much for listening. Do subscribe and share.